Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be exploring passive income versus side hustles, what the difference is, and maybe what you should be getting into. So we're living in a day and age of sort of need of income, consumerism, everybody sort of wanting to earn more than they already do, understandably. And that's leading a lot of us down the line of this sort of side hustle mentality. Now, I just want to focus on side hustles for a second and explain why maybe that isn't the answer, if I'm honest. Now, side hustles can be a great thing if you're really passionate about what it is that you're doing in your side hustle. Maybe you're going to work to earn that money and earn that baseline of income that you need, but then you're going in your spare time and deploying time into a side hustle that you're just super passionate about. And if it makes some money, it's a bonus. Well, I get that. That's just great use of your free time, kind of really deploying that free time where you want to, where you're passionate about. That can only really be a good thing. However, I'm not entirely sure that that's what all side hustles are. Often this side hustle, this time outside of our work time, is being deployed into something else to try and formulate, make more money. It's not really about passion, it's not about interest and nourishment, it's just about making more money. Now, I have a little bit of a problem with this in this day and age, and that's burnout, and that's life, and that's enjoying time as well as just this construct of needing to make money. Play that out over, I don't know, 2 years even. You work. Now we're working longer and harder than we ever used to. You know, it's no longer a linear 9 to 5. Or if you're working that, you're probably fortunate. Half of our office is in 8 till 5, the other half's 9 to 5. Many people will take some of their work away. Phone calls push on past 5 o'clock, you know, and that's with us where we're actually sort of trying to cater for our staff in a better way. So we're working longer, work's consuming more of our lives, and then we're plugging in another job, a side hustle, which is consuming more of our time. And if it's something we're not massively passionate about, I can see how burnout is a lot more regular in today's life than it ever has been, because we're just consuming all of our time in trying to make more money and actually leaving big segments of our life kind of barren, and not spending enough time on ourselves, maybe our family, our friendships, our other areas, health, where we really need to be sort of balancing that equation. So that's kind of my feelings around side hustles. I'm not necessarily a big fan of it unless it's adding to one of those boxes as well. If it's just about money, maybe there's a better way. Okay, so passive income. Well, the clue's in the title. But if we can set up a passive income stream that takes a little bit of work maybe to set up, but then is passive post that time, and pays us regardless of whether we're engaged in that or not, then the beauty of that versus a side hustle needs to continue to work, but a passive income stream, we do a little bit of work and then it pays us. Now what can we be doing? We've got all that time back, all that time that I was quite critical around. You know, we're spending this time, you should be spending it in other areas that are more nourishing for you, your health, your family, your relationships, this, that, and the other, and this balance that we're probably all trying to create. If you have a passive income stream, you have that kind of finance box taken care of, and you can focus in other areas, therefore kind of giving you a more balanced and nourishing life. But how is it created? Because some people, and I've heard this quite a lot, you know, passive income is bullshit. Well, I got to be honest, I don't think it is. I just think that you have to play very smart around how you set these things up and how involved you get. So obviously we're property investors, property developers ourselves, so yes, that's my preference of passive income stream. And I want to explore that for a couple of minutes with you, because there's a lot in the market around, you know, it's not right and property isn't passive, but it can be. It's just around how you play the game. So let's explore building a small buy-to-let portfolio and how passive that can be. Now, the first thing to explore on that is just the duality of income that property investing can give you. So property, buy-to-let, holding property, gives you cash flow. It'll give you a gross rent, then you've got a mortgage and whatever expenses to take off that, and it gives you a chunk of cash that's going to be fed to you on a monthly basis that you can spend. Excellent passive income. We'll explore it more, but it also gives you a second layer of income, an income that you can't spend today, but is growing your long-term wealth over time. Now, I love this because it's like it's putting into a saving box for you, a piggy bank, a long-term plan, but you're not having to be disciplined enough to do it. You can take the cash flow, you can spend the cash flow, you can enjoy the cash flow, you can enjoy your life with spending this money. You're not having to be disciplined enough to say, well, let's put 20% away in this savings box for the long term. The property is doing that for you. On average, in our investment areas, at about around 5% per year on the capital value of the property. It's already being removed into this long-term wealth box for you. That, I think, cannot be overestimated around how powerful that is. You can be very, very involved in the property industry, in building a portfolio. You can spend all your time, all your days looking for the right deal. You can go and project manage the construction elements of it. You can dress the thing yourself. You can manage this thing yourself. Yes, you can do, but you don't need to do any of that to build a portfolio. You can plug the right people in from the start. You can create a highly leveraged income stream from the start. So what I mean by that is, you plugging in somebody like the MPP Group to sort of say, yes, I'm interested in engaging with you. Here's a fee, find me the right property, manage this construction element, furnish it for me, plug in a contract for me that gives me complete passivity so I don't have to touch that property for another 5 years. Now, stage one of investing in the property, building the portfolio, is highly leveraged. You're not having to do a huge amount apart from engaging the right team, sign the right contract. After that, I genuinely believe this is passive income. With the right contracts, with the right management team in, you could have contracts that are sort of don't need management. You're with the right housing provider. You can literally sort of lock the door, give them the keys and walk away, see you in 5 years' time. You may have to interact a little bit with your mortgage provider. If you're on a 2-year mortgage, you're gonna have to get involved with them at 2 years and say, I want to extend my mortgage. If you've fixed for 5 years, you've got 5 years, then you have to engage there. So there's a tiny bit here. But there are models out there in property that you can literally just and only be involved in these elements. You've just got to play the right game. So passive income can exist, but you've got to be very, very purposeful about setting it up. Mostly for this, like if you take anything from this video, I'd like you to understand what it is you're doing and be very purposeful about it. If you are grinding and grafting and building this side hustle and spending 90-hour working weeks, cool, good for you. Like I've been there, I've done it, it's all good, but do it consciously. That's you. That's what you're doing. If your intention was to build a secondary income stream that's highly leveraged or passive, do that consciously. Utilize the right team, utilize the right strategy, go and build a passive income stream long term for yourself. Don't do one and pretend it's the other, or vice versa. It can be done, but you've got to play smart. That's it for today. Hopefully we've added some value to you. If you are ready for passive income and that is your game, then please feel free to get in touch with the MPP Group and see if we can help you out in that sector. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe button and we'll see you next week.